State Representative Tony Tinderholt, Republican of Arlington. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. So we are speaking on Tuesday, the last day of special session number 1. My question is, are you ready for special session number 2, which we hear is going to start tomorrow, Wednesday?
11 a.m. We were just notified a couple of hours ago. We'll be in Austin late tonight, ready to go tomorrow at 11 a.m. to make sure that we provide property tax relief to deserving Texans across the state.
So how do you view this impasse, this political standoff between the governor, lieutenant governor, and at some point the Speaker of the House? And how do you see this resolving itself?
Well, I think first of all, the House has to be there. We can't just do exactly what the governor wanted, because there are people in the House floor that don't believe that what the governor wants is enough. And I'm one of them. So what happened last time, this last special session, was the House passed a bill within hours of special session starting, and then sine died, which means, okay, we're done for the whole special session. Senate, you have our bill. Well, that's not how it's supposed to be done. We debate, we discuss things that we agree and disagree on. And so I think we're going to see a lot more of debating and discussing this special session because, look, make no doubt about it, taxpayers and voters want quality tax relief. They deserve it. And my pledge is we're going to give it to them.
And I was curious because I saw a tweet last week from another Republican representative, Matt Schaefers of Tyler, who told me, or not told me, but who tweeted that, forget the governor, forget the lieutenant governor, forget the speaker, get all the lawmakers in a room and we can have this hashed out in 15 minutes. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. I think that the Senate and many of the House members, we know what we want. It's a combination. It's going to be a combination of homestead exemption, compression, and people are going to get permanent, long-time relief. And, I think when we do exactly what the governor wants, we're removing the 3 branches of government. We need to work independently and provide property tax relief and give it to the governor to sign. And I think we'll get a better package if we do it that way for taxpayers.
And so how confident are you that an agreement will be reached, an exact bill will be signed both in the House and the Senate, and will be sent to the governor in this next special session?
Well, my hope is that we do it because the voters have said they want it. They deserve it. Our job is to go down there and work for them. Both of the plans at one point, they were pretty close. They were offering the compression and the $100,000 property tax exemption, $110,000 for people 65 and over, which would have given over $1,000 a year immediately to the over 65 people. I think we can come to resolution. My hope is that we stay there for the special session, we work hard, and we make this happen.
And you're saying no more sine dying out early. Stay the session and negotiate if necessary.
Right. No more sine die early. Let's quit the games between the House and the Senate. Let's do what's right for the people. And I don't think that 12 billion is enough, and they're calling it 17. I did an amendment on the regular session to add an extra $8 billion for taxpayers to bring it to 20 billion. But don't let the fake work on you if you're a taxpayer watching this. When they tell you it's the largest property tax cut in history, it's not totally true. There's about $5.3 billion that was passed as property tax relief in 2019, and they're including that. In order for us to have the most property tax relief in history, it would have to be at least 14.1 billion, and we're still in the 12 billion range. And let's not forget, we over-collected over $32 billion last year. I think we should give all that back, but instead, we're only trying to give you 12 billion and spend 20 more to increase the budget by 24%. So I'd like to see all 32 billion go back. I know there's a lot of members that would like to see at least $20 billion go back, but people need to see a difference in their tax bill in Texas this special session.
And I'm wondering, can the state afford this long term? Because if the lieutenant governor has said, if the state is going to do this, if lawmakers are going to do this, this has to be done every session going forward. You can't go back and say, oh, well, you know, we don't have the revenues this time. Sorry, we got to increase the property taxes again.
Right. I think we can. And the way we do it is we quit spending, overspending. When we increase the budget in 1 year by 24%, that's despicable. Property, the inflation plus population growth, that's even high at close to 10%. If we would spend on the things that we should be spending on, which is education, which is our border protection right now, it's law enforcement and providing law and order in the state. It's the things that are the role of government. If we would stick to doing that, we could absolutely afford this going into the future, 100%. But look, we have to stop. I got elected in 2014, went to office in 15. Here we are 9 years later, and the budget has doubled in that amount of time that I've been there. We have to stop growing the budget and start giving quality tax relief to the people that are suffering. We can't afford to have anyone lose their house because they can't afford property taxes. And it's our responsibility right now in this special session that starts tomorrow. It's our job to do that.
And my last question to you, Representative, and I appreciate your time, has this impasse hurt Republicans?
I think going home, sine dying the day that the special session was set, us just passing a really quick bill and throwing it to the Senate and saying, see ya, was not a real respectful way of doing business. I think it harms the whole process, to be honest. And I think my hope is that the speaker, that we learned a valuable lesson and we stay, we debate, we discuss, we use all three branches of government, and we provide the people what they deserve. And everyone, doesn't matter who you are, you deserve it. If you don't own a house, you're at least renting, and renters will eventually see that property cost reduction as well. So we owe it to the taxpayers, government of the people, by the people, and we're going to be in Austin working for the people over the next 30 days is my hope.
Representative Tony Tinderholt, Republican of Arlington, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.